The only thing I really hate about February is that we only have 28 days to read as many books as we can. So, my name is Candace Everdeen, and if we burn, you burn with us! You're watching A Reader's World. I needed a new intro, and I feel that intro is a little more cooler than my old one. Today I will be telling you guys what I read in the month of February and what books I'll be expecting to read in March. The first book I kind of read this month, like I finished it the last day of January, and I already filmed my video of my wrap up and stuff, so I couldn't count it. So I wanted to put it in here, and that is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I actually enjoyed it. I thought I was going to hate it, but I actually liked it. It wasn't the best book I read, but I really liked it, which is weird and I'm very ashamed of. And then to go with that, I also finished New Moon this month, and it was an okay sequel, not the best sequel. But the next book I read in February was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Once I started this book, it was instantly a 5-star book. I loved the characters, I loved the writing style, I loved the storyline, there were some sad parts, there were some funny parts, and I just loved it so much. Add to that, the movie was a perfect adaptation of the book. I'm so happy to whoever directed it. I think the author directed it, which I think is kind of cool. I want to do that. Okay, so the next one I read this month was I Was Here by Gail Forman. I had high expectations for this book because it's Gail Forman. She wrote If I Stay, Where She Went, and Just One Day, and the other books. And I felt the synopsis for this book was very interesting, but once I got the book, I started reading it, and I didn't really like it that much. I felt in the beginning, the main character didn't really, have sadness for the best friend. She didn't really talk much about her best friend. All she talked about was, what was going on after the funeral. She didn't really talk about the best friend, which I felt was missing from the book, until we got to the end. And the end was mostly my favorite part because we got to hear more about the best friend, their relationship together, and also like everyone else, I felt the love interest was kind of getting annoying. I feel that since if it's about best friends, it should be more about best friends, not love interest. Luckily, for my second to last book, I read a happy book because New Moon was very depressing because Bella's just there being depressed, and then Perks of Being a Wallflower, that's really sad. And then I Was Here was also sad. But luckily I got to read a happy, joyful book, and that was Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I really loved the humor, the relationship between Anna and St. Clair, and just, oh, so good. The last book I read this month was The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Anne Frank is a great writer for a 13 and 15-year-old. Actually, she's a great author overall. And it just was so beautifully written. If you don't know who Anne Frank is, she was a young girl living in Amsterdam at the time of World War II, where the Nazis were trying to find the Jews and kill them. And she was Jewish, so her family, her and some friends, hid behind a bookshelf in her father's old workplace for 3 straight years. And it was very hard living inside there because Anne didn't really get along with everyone. So she had a diary and wrote all her almost every day of those 3 years. So let's get to the books that I'll be reading for March. The first book I'll be reading this month, which is actually what I'm reading right now, and that is Shatter Me by Tahera Mafi. Look. I'm only up to 72, so I don't really know much about it, of what's going on. I just know that her power can kill people if she touches them. Yeah. Yay. The next book after that, I'll be reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Oh my gosh, look at the back. This is just so beautiful. This might become my favorite book cover of all time. Sorry, House of Hades and Mark of Athena, you were my favorites, but now it is this. Listen to this. If she defeats 23 plus her equals 24. I wonder where she got that idea from. Let me guess, she falls in love with one of the guys in the games. Like Katniss and Peeta. I'm not mad, I've heard it's really good, but I'm just laughing how it's so much like the Hunger Games. Like it says up here, fans of the Game of Thrones and the Hunger Games. Yes, we will, because it's almost the exact same summary. Hopefully it's not like Hush Hush, where it has almost the exact same plot as Twilight, but with fallen angels. Fun fact, I tried to read Hush Hush this month, but it didn't work out. Second to final book that I want to read this month is Pulse. Sorry, couldn't say that. By Patrick Carman. This book is about kids who can levitate stuff, which is called a Pulse. Is this a prequel about Professor X? Is it? If you guys don't know who Professor X is, he's from X-Men and can levitate stuff with his mind and also read minds. He's pretty freaking badass. The last book I'll be reading this month is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I seriously don't know what this book is about. All I know, it's about a queen that's red. No clue. I am reading this book because I have just became a part of a group called Bookish and Brainy. You can find it on Goodreads, and we are reading that for this month. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna put the Perks of Being a Wallflower on my head. Yes. Nope. No, Perks. I love you, but come on. I work so hard on everything for you. Thank you guys for watching, and comment down below what books you'll read this month in March. So, bye.